first guest. My first guest is one of just 4 women who won a Grammy for Best Comedy Album. Yes, yes. She holds the Guinness World Record for most comedy specials, male or female. And now, after 7 years away, she's back on stage with her new stand-up tour, My Life on the PTSD List. Give it up for Kathy Griffin. Good job, Kathy. Sit down, girl.
Oh, Sherry, I just said nobody deserves this gig more than you.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Well, you know, because you had your show, you had your talk, so you know how, you know, what it is.
You're
and what
doing
it
it, though. I mean, you are kicking butt.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. Now, I remember meeting you. I idolized you so much.
Oh, stop.
And I did, because I knew who you were as a stand-up. That's how I knew you. And it was like a dream come true when I got to work on the show Suddenly Susan.
We worked together for a whole year, 23 episodes.
That's right. We did Suddenly Susan.
Yeah. Wait, do you remember your first day?
The first day, kind of like it was you. You came up to me.
I was like, I stole her, and I said, look, everybody is at the commissary, but let's go to In-N-Out Burger.
We did.
And I'll give you all the gossip of who's naughty and who's nice.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I love to smack talk day one.
Oh, gosh.
But we had fun.
But we had fun at In-N-Out, but we would also have fun at the commissary, because that's when we, with Nestor Carver now, we just all sat together, we would just talk and have a good time.
And the cast of Friends and ER and all that stuff.
We were right across the street from Friends.
Right.
I used to see Brad Pitt come all the time because he was going to see Jennifer Aniston. Remember?
And George Clooney would be there.
Clooney was there. Oh, my God.
Star-studded.
It was like, that was fun.
It was a fun atmosphere.
Suddenly Susan. Now, I have to say this to you, give you your flowers, because you inspired me to get on the stage and tell stories, because you didn't do like traditional stand-up comedy where it's a premise, it's a setup, the premise, the setup,
punchline,
You got on stage and you told stories, and within your stories, how you would weave them is where people would laugh, and that is what I love to do today. And that is another you, Kathy Griffin, like, getting on stage telling stories. Like even sitting here in the chair when I have to tell my stories. Yeah. I gotta say, Kathy Griffin, that's because of you.
Oh,
so
Sherry!
Most definitely.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
It's a love fest.
It is.
No, like, you know, that's the only way I know how to do it. And I started out in the clubs, and I was bombing horribly because everybody there was a really talented jokester. But I had these stories, and then I started making them celebrity focused. So in my new show, My Life on the PTSD List, which I love that you guys laughed at that. Thank you. I tell a lot of stories, everything from actual PTSD, because I have to make fun of myself. And then I sprinkle in a lot of celebrity goodies, a lot of celebrity naughty stories.
Now, but how do you make them fun? I mean, I've seen you, Kathy. I go to your shows. Like, how do you will talk about meeting Celine Dion in Las Vegas. Celine Dion. And you just make it so funny. Like, I'm on the edge of my chair every word. Like, how do you do it?
Well, because I get in trouble all the time with the A-listers. You know I do.
Yeah, you do.
Because of my big mouth. And so, like, in the current show, I tell a story about going to Kim and Kanye's house when they were at the height of their Kim and Kanye.
Right.
And they were next door neighbors. You guys, I lived next door to them.
You sure did.
Yes, and I would go over, and he would just act like I didn't exist.
Kanye did.
Yeah, like he would just sort of look the other way and try to disassociate, and I would hug him and rock him and say, "Come to Mama." And the wife didn't even care. She was like doing her nails. It was fantastic.
And you told this, did they get mad at you?
No, we made a pact.
Okay.
I made a pact with Kim Kardashian that I could call her a dirty whore the rest of my life. And anytime she needed a laugh, she could just call me up and I would give her a free comedy concert.
Oh, that's a good pact.
Come on.
That is a great pact, girl. I also want to congratulate you because you just broke Joan Rivers' record by performing your 6th show at Carnegie Hall. Like, we know that's the queen right there.
The queen is here.
So how does it feel that you did that?
Well, first of all, I miss Joan every day. I loved her. She was such a mentor to me, and she loved you, and we would talk about you, and she was very supportive, of course. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the shoes I'm wearing were given to me by Joan Rivers.
Really?
I know. Aren't they ridiculous? They're so high. Look
Y'all
at
have
this.
the same shoe size.
We have the same shoe size. And she was like, ugh, please, my days of wearing these horseshoes are over. And so she gave me her horseshoes.
Her little horseshoes,
Her
I love
horseshoes,
it.
which I love. And so I'm wearing them just for you with this ridiculous dress.
Thank you, Kathy. No, you look
Sherry.
great. I have to say, like, I love that you're wearing her shoes. One of my dressing rooms is dedicated to Joan Rivers.
I was sitting there, and you have her joke cards, which is so special.
Yes.
And there was a calendar, and there was one empty day on the calendar, and Joan wrote failure.
Yes.
And so we talked about you and your work ethic, and when you're a female comic, I'm going to be honest, you have to work harder and jump higher, but you do. And it's worth it when you get those laughs.
I remember Joan Rivers said to me when they let me go from The View, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, Joan. And she said, Sherry, remember this. Funny girls always work. And that means you too. Oh. You too. Like, no matter what you've been through. And that's why I want to bring it. Like, you've gone through so much recently,
It's been a rough few years, I'm not going to lie. I mean, ever since, I don't know if you guys saw a certain controversial photo.
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
yes, I know. I thought everybody knew that Trump was dangerous. I thought everybody was going to support me. So I took a very innocent picture of me cutting his head off and holding his head. And it was actually a Halloween mask with ketchup. But he was very upset with me. And so I was on the no-fly list.
Like, they really, you went through a lot.
I was on the Interpol list, which is the international no-fly list.
Yeah.
I was on the Five Eyes list, which is the terror watch list. I know, so it's hard to tour when you can't fly because you're on the no-fly list. I was detained at every airport. They took my passport, my phone. It was a scary time. So I lost about 75% of my friends. They were all just too freaked out and I was toxic. So I've been fighting and scratching my way back, and I'm so grateful to be on tour, Sherry.
I know this. That's what I'm saying. Like, not only that, not only what you were going through, because your gift is your stand-up, and you couldn't do it, and you weren't performing here, and then you had
I had lung cancer, even though I never smoked, and so they had to take out half my left lung, you guys, and I'm jealous of your two lungs right now, and they're nice big lungs.
They're nice big lungs because you got literally you got more material than you have lungs.
I do. I'm down half a lung. I'm down half a lung,
and you're still on stage doing it.
Well, I actually have an implant in my left vocal cord because for 3 years, I'm not kidding, my voice was like
that
after my cancer surgery. And I'm not gonna lie, it messed with my head. And so at that moment, I thought, you gotta turn it around, Kathy, somehow make it funny. So in my show, I talk about all of it. I talk about cancer, I talk about PTSD, I call this my boob job because it's my only implant. And it looks like a little bread wrapper, but you know, I had a surgery and then my voice came back, and thank God. So I am happily on tour. Oh, and you know, I got canned from CNN for the Trump picture. So this year, I finally have my first paying gig at the Chicago Theater on New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve! Because when I tell you, it's a great loss that you are not doing the New Year's Eve stuff.
Oh,
it is a big loss.
I miss it.
You've come back from so much, Kathy, and I love it because around you, you have a great group of girlfriends.
I need my girlfriends.
Your girlfriends are around you.
And they deliver. I mean, my gal pals have been great.
And one of the gal pals, a mutual friend of ours, is Lunel. That's one of your girlfriends.
Genius.
And Lunel, I keep telling Lunel. I go, Lunel, you hanging out with Kathy and Thea and Paris Hill, you in the big leagues now, Lunel. But y'all all went to, this was y'all going to the Madonna
In the party
concert.
bus, by the way.
On the party bus to see Madonna.
So it's Thea, Paris Hilton, who's dressed up as Naughty Madonna, Lunel, who's in like head-to-toe Fendi, and there I am. And we went to the concert together, and I'm not gonna lie, we had to leave early. I didn't know Madonna doesn't believe in air conditioning.
Oh, really? Because of her voice?
And Lunel is in like head-to-toe Fendi, but like sweater stuff.
Yeah.
And Sia was in this big like gown, and I thought they were gonna pass out. So we left the concert early, which makes me a bad gay man. Yeah. I'm sorry. And then we went to Randy's Donuts.
Right.
And then we got donuts. And then Lunel said the white ladies can't stay too late at Randy's Donuts, so we had to leave.
Inglewood,
yeah, she told us. She told us. And then we dropped off Lunel at the airport at LAX. So there's Sia, Paris Hilton, me, Nia Vardalos was there for my big fat Greek wedding, and Lunel had a gig the next night in Virginia Beach, like we do. Like we do. So gets on the plane, goes to make the people laugh.
I love that because y'all all working women supporting each other.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
That's key. That's key.
Now, you know what, Kathy? The theme for this season is it's never too late to follow your dreams.
Yep.
And you've done so much. Do you have anything on your bucket list?
Well, I want to keep touring. I want to do another special. I'm hoping. But someday, I don't know if I could, but someday I'd love it if somebody would take a chance on me for like one dramatic role.
You'd be good in a drama because you've been through so much. Like, it's not just funny. It's behind the
I mean, seriously, you have to learn to laugh at cancer because if I was called Reba one more time at the doctor, I mean...
It's Reba McEntire.
I mean, you have no idea. Come on. Okay. You have no idea how many autographs I've signed as Reba. I mean...
Well, when I tell you, I signed Octavia Spencer.
Yes, yes. People, don't fight it. Don't fight it.
You don't fight it. No. You just say thank you
I go, blessings,
so much.
Reba.
Exactly. You know what I signed? I signed you was good, you was kind. Yes. Octavia Spencer.
Yes.
That's what I signed. You know what? I just have to say, I admire you. Oh, I'm so inspired by you and everything that I do, even when I stand in front of the crowd, and I talked about your ass when I stood in front of the crowd. But when I do it, when I talk and I tell my stories, it truly is, and this is from my heart, it is because of what you used to do, and I would watch you, and I would go and see you do your stand-up, and you go out with the notebook, and you did it.
I do still have my notebook.
You would come out with your notebook.
I still use a notebook, and it has like 8 things written on it, and that's 2 hours of material.
That is, and I've been such a fan.
It would be nice, though, if you would return my text that I sent you
Okay, first of all, I don't return your text.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, I did not know that you... So this is all I get when I get a text. Hey, it's KG. And I go, who the hell is KG? With a question mark.
And then I thought I had the wrong number, so I didn't want to reveal too much. So I'm like, so looking forward to seeing you, love you.
You did say that.
And then she sent me back question marks, question marks.
And then I was on a plane, and I didn't get an answer back, so I was like, delete. I didn't know. I just found out literally 10 minutes ago that was Kathy Griffin friggin' texting me.
I should have signed Reba. Love Reba.
You said Reba. I'd have been like, Reba, hey girl.
Reba.
And I just wanted, before I go, where else are you? So you're in Chicago, New
My
Year's
tour
Eve.
has been extended to 75 cities all over America. I can't believe it, Sherry. I'm so grateful.
You know what? You are the comeback queen, and the fact that you have more specials out than anybody, Kathy.
Male or female,
male or female.
Dead.
You wear that banner proud. Because you got it like that. I want to say thank you for being here. I'm glad, because I've been waiting for you for a long time.
I love you.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you backstage.
Okay.
I've been waiting for you
I'll text you. I'm going to text you.
Y'all, for more info on Kathy's My Life on the PTSD list, tour dates, go to SherryShowTV.com. Don't miss this girl. If you go, I'm not lying. This is the woman to see. We'll be right back. Kathy Griffin.